This video is about the new SVS PB17 and SB17 Ultra Revolution subwoofers and why they are the new reference subwoofers for SVS. Now, we will review the technologies of these great new subs and see if they are the right fit to take your theater to the next ultimate level. Let's get started. The SVS SB17 and PB17 Ultra are completely reimagined models that mark a significant departure in performance from the highly acclaimed PB16 and SB16 Ultra subs. Leveraging insights gained from the 16 Ultra series, SVS has expanded the feature set and technologies that define excellence. While the 16 Ultra series was already an award-winning design, SVS continues to innovate, enhancing these reference products even further. Now, the PB17 Ultra is the larger of the two new subs, featuring a ported design that maximizes output capability and low frequency extension. Its triple ports on the bottom of the front panel enable the PB17 to deliver impressive SPL while also providing tuning flexibility. 3 port plugs are also included, allowing users to adjust the subwoofer's tuning to better suit different room conditions or your performance preferences. Now, this tuning ability sets the PB17 Ultra apart from competing subwoofers. It allows you to choose the type of performance that you want to get from the sub. So for music lovers, having one or all of the ports plugged will improve the transient response and allows deeper extension at the expense of lower maximum output levels. Now, this will help in music-only systems where the tone, instrument detail, and overall bass depth will be much appreciated. Now, opening those ports up in a home theater application will allow maximum SPL level and get you the most punch in those movie soundtracks to really add something extra. Now, this is excellent adaptability, which will enable owners to install the PB17 Ultra in different rooms and different systems while still getting a reference level performance. Now, as you can see in the graph here, the PB17 Ultra easily handles bass down to below 20 Hz in any of the port configurations. So in any port tuning, you won't miss out on any low bass output in any music or movie soundtracks. Now, in the sealed mode, the bass response is much more linear and smoother. With the extended tuning, the bass goes slightly lower and adds more energy between the 15 to 20 Hz. Now, the standard fully ported mode sees the bass fall off slightly higher than the other tunings, but it will provide higher output levels overall. With the PB17 Ultra, you will easily produce all the low bass in your favorite soundtracks. The port tuning, again, just allows you some tuning capability in case you want to alter the bass characteristics for your room or just your tastes. Now, moving to the SB17 Ultra. This is available for users who know that they want a sealed subwoofer design, which will be much better for their specific system. Now, it's a sealed-only cabinet design that is quite a bit smaller than the PB17 Ultra. This is going to give users with limited space another reference level option. Now, for most music listeners who want the best in instrument tone and bass control while not needing the port tunability or increased output capability the PB17 Ultra has, the SB17 Ultra is going to be the perfect sub. It has the same driver and dual mono amplifier with DSP features as the PB17. And while the PB17 Ultra has a low bass specification of 14 Hz in standard mode and 12 Hz in extended mode, the SB17 Ultra is only slightly behind with 15 Hz specification, which is still very, very impressive. Now, it's no secret that these subs are huge. The new 17-inch driver in both of these is SVS's largest to date and has features not found in other subwoofer drivers. First and foremost, the new driver features a dual 8-inch voice coil, which offers better driver control with a more efficient transfer of energy from the amplifier to the driver. This is one of the largest woofer voice coils on the market, as most subwoofers have a 2-inch to 4-inch voice coil. The larger coil enables it to start and stop the driver faster, giving an incredible amount of woofer control. With its high current 4-layer bifilar copper-clad aluminum wire windings, this voice coil is built to withstand years of high output while keeping ultimate control over the cone. Now, a 4-piece Y35 ferrite magnet structure also gives this 17-inch woofer control like a much smaller driver, but with the added output capability that the larger driver can deliver. Now, maximum speed with maximum output is what the PB and SB17 Ultra subwoofers are about, and this driver helps them achieve it. Now, along with a new, more capable driver, they both include a new dual mono amplifier design that we mentioned earlier that improves performance several notches over the previous SVS subwoofer models. Called the STA2800 for its 2800 watts of total system power, this new amplifier module offers a proper dual mono design with two separate Class D output sections, one for each of the driver's two voice coils. And the all-new switch mode power supply includes a two-stage 100 volt to 240 volt full range active power factor correction, which pre-regulates mains to solid 390 volt DC regardless of the mains voltage or quality, ensuring a consistent 160 volt rail voltage to the dual mono amplifiers. Now, switching power supplies have come a long way in recent years, taking performance above linear power supplies in many different ways. This provides a highly efficient, high current and clean power source for the dual amplifier modules in these subs. Now, also an onboard AC line conditioner filters and stabilizes incoming voltage, corrects waveform distortions, and eliminates electromagnetic and radio interference to optimize signal quality and audio performance. Not only will it ensure the subwoofer amp gets clean power, but it completely stabilizes it before it enters the sophisticated DSP and amplifier circuits within these reference level subs. And a high resolution 295 megahertz analog devices audio DSP with double precision 56-bit filtering controls all DSP and amplifier functions. This processor has over 5 times the processing power of SVS's past subwoofers and is the most advanced subwoofer processor available to date. The new DSP processor allows users to fully control these subwoofers via the SVS phone app to control the vast features. Now, the analog devices DSP supports a fully comprehensive menu of functions, including volume, fully adjustable low-pass filter, phase, polarity, 6-band PEQ, room gain compensation, tuning modes, power management settings, and more. SVS even has an auto room correction system built into these subwoofers that will be added to the SVS app very soon, or depending on when you're watching it, might already be out. This feature will allow users to use their smartphone microphone to take measurements of the subwoofer in the room and make corrections automatically. Setting these subwoofers up in a system will be so much easier when this feature fully rolls out. Now let's move to the rear panel, which is really well laid out and kept neat and simple. It has RCA and XLR line level inputs and outputs in a main RCA input labeled LFE for users with home theater processors or receivers. Having XLR and RCA outputs allows daisy chaining subwoofers or allows more flexibility in system setup. There's a 3.5mm input for control systems if you use a home theater control system and an input for trigger control. This trigger control is adaptable from 3 to 12 volts, allowing the on-off trigger to function with many different trigger outputs on the market today, not just the 12 volt style. And completing the rear panel is an OLED display with arrow and navigation buttons, allowing you to make simple changes from the rear panel for when you are installing it. This is a change from the 16 Ultra's front panel mounted display, giving the 17 Ultra a more simple and elegant front panel experience. Now, we liked this change as most users will use the phone app to make adjustments, with the enclosure mounted display mostly used during installation. Now, the included smartphone app is one of the best features that SVS subwoofers have, and we just really love the layout of it. The app also has 3 presets to set 3 different tunings. Now, this is helpful for users using their system for music and movies, as a simple smartphone control can change the tuning of these subwoofers to a high output movie mode or a preset for a more accurate music mode for 2-channel listening. Now, again, this is just super excellent as it basically lets you have 2 differently tuned subwoofers in one unit that will be optimized for the source material that you're playing at the time. And like all SVS subwoofers, the PB17 and SB17 Ultra subwoofers are enclosed with a well-designed, well-braced MDF enclosure, and with this kind of power and driver displacement, it is mandatory to design a cabinet that is robust as possible to keep resonances and vibrations in check. SVS has been designing subwoofers for so many years and has this down to a science. Now, the finishes available on these are gloss black and a black oak real wood veneer finish. These finishes are designed to make the subwoofers look amazing and allow them to be set in a room without drawing too much attention to them. Now, SVS knows that most people want to feel and hear a subwoofer, but not necessarily have a subwoofer that draws attention to itself. So they've stuck with the more conventional and understated finishes with these subwoofers, and we have to applaud them. We think it's a great idea. Now, these subwoofers also have a protective ABS grille covered in acoustically transparent cloth, and also elastomer feet round out the exterior package and allow the subwoofers to sit in their place without introducing vibrations or resonance to the floor. Now, we were really excited to get these in our test lab and see what SVS could do to beat the performance of the already excellent PB16 and SB16 Ultra subwoofers. Now, we set both of them up in our test lab and we started this testing process. Using the SVS app, we could run through the installation process super quickly. This allowed us to find the best positioning and use the included parametric equalizer to tune them right to our room. Now, as of filming this video, the auto room equalization was not available yet in the app, so we couldn't use that feature. But if you're watching from a future date, it might already be out. And all the other features that we used worked super well and were very easy to set up in the app. Now, again, these are large and powerful subwoofers, which are excellent for low bass output for movie soundtracks. However, some large subwoofers do have issues reproducing the complexities of music without issues, so we started out evaluating them with some music. Now, knowing how well the PB16 or SB16 Ultra performed when we tested them, we knew that the 17 Ultras would be special, and we were totally right about that. We started playing some tracks from the new jazz album from Darius Jones, and boy, were we impressed with the level of dexterity that these large subwoofers produced. The 16 Ultra subwoofers were already good in this regard, but with the added twin monoblock amplifiers, the new DSP engine, and the 17-inch driver, the 17 Ultras definitely upped the music game. The stand-up bass had great body, tone, and depth, giving this instrument the center stage in the music. Now, while we would recommend the sealed SB17 Ultra for its fast transient response for music, the PB17 Ultra in sealed mode is not really all that far behind and offers more flexibility for changing the tuning when a movie night comes around. Now, switching over to movie soundtracks, we played several different movie scenes from some of our favorite movies like Top Gun Maverick, Mad Max Fury Road, and so many others. Now, again, we were immediately impressed with the level of bass detail that we were getting with what seemed to be an endless bass depth ability. These subwoofers hit low and hard, and you could definitely feel them right in your chest. Now, both of them can easily produce the lowest notes in the movie soundtracks that we were testing, and once again, we were reminded why SVS is a household name when it comes to subwoofers. SVS really stands out for its design, build quality, and ability to use technology like built-in DSP to bring a new line of reference level subwoofers with the chops to fit into any system, no matter if it's Tom Cruise or Miles Davis who is taking center stage. Now, after our evaluation, again, we were just super impressed with both of these models from SVS and what they could do. The SB17 Ultra is an excellent sealed subwoofer that easily handles most dynamic movies and music, and you could add a couple of the SB17 Ultras for the ultimate in sealed enclosure performance to your system. Now, the PB17 Ultra is really a true chameleon that can take the helm with music and movies and allow more tuning options to optimize performance. Both of these new reference level subwoofers offer great looks and, again, engaging performance. With technologies like the smartphone control app and subwoofer auto room EQ, setup and tuning just became so much more manageable, allowing users to get the most out of these new subwoofers without complex measuring equipment. Now, if you're in the market for a new subwoofer, or even better yet, a pair of subwoofers, or you're just looking to upgrade to a better performance from your old subwoofer, both of these new models would be a great option at really competitive prices. Now, if you do have more questions about either of these subwoofers or anything audio or video related, please reach out to our audio advice team at audioadvice.com or stop by one of our award-winning showrooms. Plus, if you are planning a home theater or media room, you have to check out our Home Theater Central at audioadvice.com, where we have everything home theater related, including buying guides, home theater showcases, an inspiration gallery, and our free home theater design tool that does all the heavy lifting for you to create the optimal home theater space for you. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, please continue to support us by giving it a like, hitting the subscribe button, and turning on the notifications so you don't miss out on any of our latest content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.